And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Oklahoma State Cowboys offense will go to work first. And we've been really eager to see this matchup. This quarterback against an elite defense. Jesse, what does a quarterback have to keep in mind when you face a group like this?
Well, he's just going to have to be dialed in. He's had a lot of success this year so far. This is a different animal than this defense he's playing. He's got to be really good with his decision-making, throwing it, running it, pre-snap, post-snap. You make one mistake against this defense, David, they make you pay.
Yeah, they're a fun defense to watch, and this is a fun challenge for their defense, too, because it's an elite quarterback, right? Like, they can make you look like you're not as good as you've been all season long, so I'm looking forward to seeing this matchup and who wins it.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Wasting no time taking a shot. Makes the grab on the right. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
And how about that start for this offense? You know, oftentimes you see teams just trying to get into a rhythm, maybe an easy completion to get their quarterback feeling good. Not this offense. They take a shot and find an explosive play right out of the gate.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds. He'll be short of the first down. The Cowboys come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Receivers work tirelessly, tapping that toe along the sideline, and it just looks so natural for him. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with the pick. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Plucks it out of the air. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to throw on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. The Bears with the 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. The receiver on the jet sweep. Got some room into the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Bears!
I love the jet sweep call there close to the goal line because it's a bang-bang play. He's in motion. The quarterback gets the ball right away, hands it off, and there's just too many things happening too quickly for the defense to be able to find the football, and they're able to run it in for the score.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Jackson gonna throw it. Escapes trouble. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On third down. He'll try to pick it up through the air. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. And the Cowboys decide to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He's got it. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll go to the toss. Running to Green. Turning it on. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
You see so many offenses these days just throw swing routes to the running back. That's the extension of the run game. Well, that's the play that's the extension of. It's the toss. And when he gets outside, watch out. He can dial up home runs.
Looking to throw on first down. Got his man on the right. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He's loose down the left side. Running inside the 20. They drag him down, but not before they get the turnover and a terrific return on the fumble. You've heard of scoop and score. He wasn't able to do that, but he did scoop and flip the field with that big return.
There are two types of fumbles in the world, Reese. There are city fumbles and country fumbles. City fumbles have a lot of bodies around them, so you just want to dive on that fumble. Country fumbles, there's a lot of open grass.
Coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. And it's caught! Touchdown, Oklahoma State!
Well, you can't get momentum in a game any better than they just did. Defensively, you get the turnover. Right away, your offense jogs on the field. You take a shot deep, you hit it for a touchdown. They've got a lot of explosive playmakers on this offense, and you saw it right there.
And the extra point was good. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll return it. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do there.
Makes the grab. It's Jones. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going.
Breaks into the open. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right front.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Rushes on him. Wide open downfield. The chunk plays that they love, and he takes it all the way down to the 10. And the Bears will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They needed a bunch on 4th down, and boy, did they get it.
And I get aggressiveness. We get aggressiveness. We want to be aggressive, take shots down the field. First half, they felt like 4th and...
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Baylor! I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. Rides to back and leaves it. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Now, what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down?
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Jackson will throw. Lofts one deep down the right side. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Looking for more room. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And he makes another momentum-building play. His 2nd interception in the first half. He can feel where the football's going. Got a good beat on this offense and making plays early and often for his club.
He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a 1st down and a pickup of 10.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Right back to the well. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Right on the money. There he goes. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
The give to the back. Fighting off the defender. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The Bears with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. It's complete on the right side. Touchdown Bears! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Lining up for the PAT. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
And no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently, does a great job running his route. Great result because of it.
And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Jackson gonna throw it. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
Pulls it in. It's DeMarco. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. The Cowboys will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to the ground with the running back. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Firing to the right, complete. Still on his feet at the 45. Off to the races to the right. Touchdown, Baylor! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner goes down.
That's not what you want out of that kick return. If you're that return guy, you've got to make something happen. You've got to be able to make a guy miss. That's why you're back there in the first place, because of your athleticism, but you've got to be able to generate better field position on that kickoff return.
They'll give it to the back. Fights off a defender.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here and find something we do good and build maybe a little bit of momentum so next week we play a little bit better football.
They think there's room to run to the right here. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
But how fast did they get in there and make that tackle for a loss? If you blinked, you missed it. Nice job by the defense getting penetration. Everybody up near the line of scrimmage, shooting the gaps quick, getting in the backfield, getting the guy in the ground.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the Cowboys line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll take it on the return. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. The give to the left. Makes it past the marker. Flying out to the left. Touchdown, Bears! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like, this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some...
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Man, another negative play for this offense. You've had the turnovers. You're throwing in the sacks. Like, they've got to do something better. They got to protect their quarterback, and they got to take care of the football. There's step 1 and 2.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Fires to the wideout. And they can't make the play on 3rd down. The Cowboys send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. And the Bears racing to the line in the hurry-up. Leaves it with the back. Lowers those pads. Inside the 25, stopped at the 24. Clock will stop to move the chains.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down. Looking to throw on first down. Bringing the heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Snagged out of the air. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, I know everyone expected this guy to put up big numbers, but I don't know if anyone thought he could go for over 2,000 receiving yards on the year, but he did with that last catch. Wow.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Touchdown, Baylor! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Just about set to get this second half underway. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. They want to run this quarterback. Oh, the sweet feet. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Yeah, and obviously this offense has had their way, getting the huge lead, and now when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinators down the road that have to play this offense, man, they're going to have nightmares because this unit has so much speed, so much skill. At running back, receiver, tight end, the quarterback making good decisions, it is so tough trying to stop them and prevent explosive plays.
So now it's second and long. Motion from the back. Running back searching for a hole. Gets it past the marker. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
To the air on first down. He fires a bullet to the right. Makes a grab for a big play. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. They've punted the last 3 times they had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Jackson will throw. Finds the tight end.
I tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here.
This is a
situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch. It's Jones. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to go up top on first down. Pulls it in. It's Jones. He goes out of bounds after picking up a few at the 35-yard line.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Bears have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to throw on first down. Hauls it in. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Baylor!
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And first down for the offense.
A productive play is one that gets you at least halfway to another first down here on 1st and 10. Jackson gonna throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Speeding down the left side. We've seen this from this sophomore. So dangerous after he makes the grab.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Complete. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. And the Cowboys with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll leave it with him. Runs through a tackle. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. The Cowboys are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll kick for the 3 from 36 yards out in the right hash. just drives it between the uprights. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Pulled and finds his man on the left. Ripping through the defense. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
Looking to throw on first down. Oh, he makes the catch. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Now, you might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I want to put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense...
Touchdown, Bears! And they take it in for 6 more points.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. Guys, that last trip, a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? From the shotgun, the inside kid. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. They'll send the back in motion. Jackson will throw. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. He gets it away from his own end zone. Makes the catch at the midfield logo. There he goes. Open it up. Makes the tackle really strong, disciplined job, and now we have 1 period to play. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. Final stance of the game, and we'll start with the first down. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw on first down. Lets it fly. He's got it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. They are in no mood to show any mercy as they keep flexing their muscle on offense.
Up big in the 4th quarter, and you just keep taking shots down the field. That tells you something, okay? You can take what you want from it, but this offense definitely not interested in running clock, interested in making a point.
And the Bears headed quickly to the line. Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, and trailing late, they've got to get to work here. Jackson gonna throw it. Oh, they're after him. Unleashes one. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Man, I've been there before as a quarterback. Sometimes you just wish the game would already be over, right? You've had nothing go your way all game long. You're trailing late. They're still getting sacks. And you just want to go back to the locker room. You want to get in the ice tub and start healing for next week.
And the Cowboys will try to pin them back with the punt. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Toss sweep to the left. On his feet at the 40. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his...
Oh, he's got some space. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Baylor!
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. Last drive was a quick 3 and out, and now time is even more of a factor to get something going. The give to the tailback. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. Jackson will throw. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Cowboys will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Got enough for the first. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears!
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, and at this point of the game, you just can't afford many of those. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He felt the heat trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or two. After getting nothing done on the last one, this is a big play, 2nd and long from the 11. Keeps it on the bootleg. Time to take a shot. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Might be calling a hot route. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
Sends it back in motion. Looking downfield on first down. He's got his man. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Gets it out quickly. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
And the Cowboys can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Line getting set on 2nd down. Hands it off. Slithers into space. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Jackson gonna throw it. Fires to the right. It's caught downfield. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. The Cowboys come to the line with a new set of downs.
And that's a first down for the offense.
Going with the ground game left. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. And the Cowboys just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. They'll give it to him again. Hard running there.
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to have to throw to win it, and that's what I'd expect them to do on this next play.
Pocket breaking down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they...
Looking for the end zone. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And they decide to trot out the kicker. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. That took every ounce of leg strength he had to sneak that one into the left corner. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well. But now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know we got the W, and we played well.
And we got to think about where we're taking our girlfriend and parents for dinner, right? What side are we ordering with our giant steak? We've earned it in this game. Now it's time to go celebrate.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Jones. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Complete downfield. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And they'll pick up just a few on this run, and that'll bring us to the end of the ball game. So hope stays alive. The undefeated season lives on as they inch closer to that 12-0 goal and what they